Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video tutorial in the new year 2013. So first of all, I want to wish all of you a very happy, prosperous, healthy, and most of all satisfying new year. So this time you have chosen the topic of this video tutorial, and the topic is how to transform suffering. So instead of giving you a lengthy discourse on philosophy and what types of sufferings there are and their definitions and their examples and whatever, I really want to just jump into a short story of myself, of an incident in my life that really turned things around for me and that helped me to understand suffering from a totally different viewpoint. And it's pretty surprising. So it is a story when I was back in the day, still studying at the Tibetan Buddhist monastery or study center in Switzerland, and I developed an immense mental disturbance or mental suffering back in the day. So the story is all about how this suffering arose and what I did with the help of my teacher to solve the problem and how it helped me later on in my life. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. So when I was studying there, one day I found that my mind is engaged in a very, very negative and vicious form of thinking. And at first I was really surprised and shocked to see, oh my God, I'm having such bad thoughts. Why do I have such negative thoughts? And I was kind of shocked at myself for having such thoughts, first of all. And at first I didn't suspect that it would be something bad or it would develop into something worse, but it actually did. And day by day, it actually got worse. So it got worse following a certain pattern. Whenever I told my mind, just shut up and just be quiet, just stop thinking these thoughts, my mind would have a reaction. It would go something like, you think that's bad? Well, try this one then. And it gave me an even worse thought. So it went on and on like that until I think it went on for 3 months about this. I don't really remember exactly the time, but it went on for about 3 months, getting worse and worse every day. At the end of these 3 months, I felt like I was going insane, literally. And I was really scared to lose my mental sanity. And for all of you who are in a similar situation, and I know a few friends who actually are very often in such situations of really doubting themselves or being in devastating mental dark places all the time. So what helped me when I was back in the day in this very frustrating, very painful situation of being in a total conflict with myself, I was going to my teacher. So I went to get an appointment with my teacher, and I told my teacher all about my problem. And his answer was really surprisingly simple. He asked me, well, Tobi, do you want to think these thoughts? And I said, no, of course not. I don't want to think these thoughts. And he said, so, well, then there is no problem. It isn't you. And I found that to be a very surprising answer. It isn't me. What does that mean? But then I slowly understood, well, yes, I don't want to think these thoughts. I don't want to have these feelings. So might these thoughts or feelings or emotions just be the play of my mind, which just moves and moves and moves? So when I left the office, after I was talking with my teacher, I immediately wanted to try that out. And I told my mind, now go ahead, think something bad. Think something really bad. And guess what? What do you think happened? Well, I will tell you, what happened actually was nothing. Nothing happened. My mind remained absolutely still. And I was really, really surprised. And I was asking myself, how does that work? Now, I found that to be absolutely amazing. Before, I was resisting myself so hard. I didn't want what I was seeing in myself. I hated an aspect of myself. And all I was busy with, day and night, was fighting my own mind, was fighting my own emotions. And here was the solution. It was so simple that I was really surprised. The simplicity is in just simply looking at the emotion, looking at the thought, becoming aware of it, putting the mind into a state of knowing rather than being involved or entangled with the emotion. So to illustrate that a little bit, a picture or imagine, here is the emotion, like depression, anxiety, or fear, or whatever it is that plagues you. And then up there is the mind, just simply knowing it. So this is the concept. Having an emotion, right down here, fear or anger. Being aware of it takes you out of the emotion. Simply knowing it takes you away from it. And for the knowing, the emotion becomes just an object of knowledge. So there is this knowing ability of the mind, and then there is something that is known. If you are looking for peace, if you're looking for, peace and a satisfied, liberated, free mind, then you can find that, and I got most close to finding that in this simple state of knowing, in this simple state of being mindful, of knowing yourself. In order to know your negative emotions, you have to confront them.